It is a bare minimum day. Welcome to another video. Today is a bare minimum day. What does it mean? It means that it's 2 p.m. I haven't eaten anything yet. No breakfast. I also only woke up at 12, so 2 hours ago, so not the biggest issue, but somehow I was laying in bed, looking at my phone, time passed. I still have to go to the grocery store. That's the reason why I didn't have breakfast. And I didn't eat breakfast because I needed to go and buy it first. But then I felt like, boah, boah. This is so much to do, you know. These days happen when I don't have breakfast. Sometimes I get so unmotivated of going to the store to actually buy anything that it just takes longer and longer, and then the time passes, and then you think, okay, now I need to buy the stuff, be fast with the YouTube video, be fast with this. Everything gets in such a time crunch that your motivation is just poof, gone. I was sitting here half an hour just on the couch being like, okay, what do I do? How do we do this? And then I said, bare minimum day. My motivation solution for some days is to just acknowledge that today is a tough motivation day, and then to take the little tiny steps. I don't even know how this looks. That's the reason why you only have iPhone or phone camera today, and not no second angle yet. I might just take you around with me. But what I also need to do in order to get going and you know, get fresh again, out of there again, is to do some cleaning, some cleanup. But also I'm not able to do the full cleanup. Like I need to throw some stuff away, and it's like all of the little things that I don't like come together. But we gotta start somewhere, and the summer might just as well be here. I currently have designated this spot here to be my dirty laundry but not dirty enough, we might have to use it again kind of pile. But that is somehow also in the way when I just want to lay on the couch. So that's interesting. And all of these things have designated places to be. I don't know if the camera can see me from that angle. Well, I hope so. I do hope so. And the setup for this Monday was actually great. Like the weekend was great. The energy should be flowing. But it's the reason why I'm a little bit more upset as well with me not having the perfect motivation today. Because I had a lovely Saturday. Basically, yeah, kind of the best Saturday you could have. Or I could have. Like a little bit, like I said, or like I said to my friends as well, it was a little bit like a Saturday, the perfect Saturday you could have as a child on summer vacation. Or like, you know, you've been around a few times with friends, and then the Saturday you had Tour de France, right? My brother and I used to watch it as kids, as children. He continued to watch it as a grown-up, but I do like to tune in every once in a while and watch things with him. We watched that, and we had a grill or like a barbecue party set up going, where we invited some friends over. Like it's kind of becoming an annual thing now, or we at least would like for it to become an annual thing. It was the second year. Then you can call it annual, right? 2 years in a row. The bag we will do later because there's a lot of D&D stuff which makes sense, and this is the bag from the Saturday. These are like the main things that annoy me that need to get packed, but we do them with a closer angle setup for the camera. First, I explain to you what's what. On Saturday, Tour de France, watched it with my brother. And then while we watched it, the first friends arrived, and luckily, they also wanted to watch it. So, we didn't have to explain it, because Tour de France, some people just don't watch it and then they're bored. More friends arrived, not too many. Then we had like a barbecue. It was raining, but it still was kind of cozy. We ate nice food, then we played some board games. Everybody had fun, and then we watched the German team play the women's Euros. I mean, we lost, but what can you do about it? Reminded me of like times in childhood where we would do the same. Watch Tour de France, have the barbecue, but my dad was the one who did the barbecuing, and then watch like a football game of the German national team in like a summer setting, summer vibe. And that was just now the childhood thing, but from a different perspective, right? From a grown-up perspective. I'm now the one who's barbecuing. I don't even know if that is a word. I'm now the one who is responsible for buying the stuff, feeding the people, being a good host. And also a good change is that it feels the same, but we can now also watch women's football. Back in the days, this was not as big, and I really like the progress that was made in this. So many people attended or were in the stadium, watched it, felt lovely, good to watch. I mean, even though we lost, proper football experience. And we're talking about an interesting thing. Maybe we have to watch this video in a live stream sometimes, because they did an experiment where I was sitting here for the past 10 minutes just rambling about this fact, and I didn't get nowhere. It's minimum day. I'm tackling these topics crazy. I just said that while we were watching the women's football match, and keep in mind, friends of my brother and my brother played football professionally up to 18, 19 years old, and then afterwards still played. I just want to say there's some expertise on the table about football, more than maybe I have as just playing football as a kid and then being a fan of a football team. But there was an experiment, a video that I really like to watch. We're going to probably watch it on the live stream if I remember, where they had an experiment done where man played on a bigger field with a heavier football, in like the way they calculated that, I think, in a way they assumed women have to play. So for example, if the field that we're currently having for football is perfectly suited for man's genetics, okay? And the male genetics, it just suits them because maybe the muscles, they have a little bit more muscle, and then they can run longer, faster, shoot stronger, on a heavier ball. And if you calculate that down to women genetics, then you can just see, okay, they just have to put more effort into moving the ball the same way. And then they upped the scale and gave the man a bigger pitch and a heavier ball. And the results were that they were not playing pretty well. And that is, I will look into this further. For me, it's just a thought here that in basketball there also is a smaller hoop, or like no, the height is different and the 3-point line is closer. In volleyball, the net is lower. Why not in football, soccer? Like, I mean, when I watch the sport, I don't care how necessarily if it's a little bit tinier or wider or bigger or smaller. I just want to see the best humanly possible sport, activity, results. And I want to be wowed by it. I want to be like, wow, that look cool, nice. And if there is a scientific difference in muscle fiber use, and women's football would benefit from a smaller pitch and maybe a lighter ball and a little bit tinier goal, because just the average height across goalies is just different. And I don't think it's very fair if the average height is different by genetics, that they have to stand in the same size of goal. Or is it just me? For the first time I thought about this, that this is like, there was like, yeah, this could also benefit women's football a lot. I do enjoy it either way. And, I'm just sitting here to, I don't know, waste time for myself. And like I again said, with these videos, always in 10 minutes, everything looks way better than I would have thought. So I guess now we're gonna go for the different, and don't look at the kitchen, guys. The kitchen, not today. Not today. But we're going to take a look at the bags. What's in my bag? Give me a second to reframe you. So what's in my bag? This is the D&D bag. And this is what I actually wanted to talk about. This video today is more like a reality check for everybody who also has these days, and I feel like it is underrepresented on social media, or antagonized as something bad. We have a bare minimum day, where we don't really get things done, but we do the small steps, and then we feel better, and slowly, but surely, we're getting, up there again, to a feeling that we might enjoy a little bit more. And as I take you, through that part of my life as well, here we are. Obviously, this is the Saturday, a scarf, an extra shirt, board games, table tennis, too much rain, double Uno. I mean, yeah, gotta be prepared. I don't know the English word, but kniffel, good one. Werewolf, I don't know if that's an international thing. Good one, haven't played that. And, not sponsored by the way, I do think the normal Uno is not a thing anymore. We all only play Uno Flip. And maybe that shows that the attention span changed on people and that we need more crazier things to do. But the joy I used to get out of Uno, I'm now getting out of Uno Flip. And going back feels boring. Do you agree? Is this something you also experienced or no? They also need to go back into their, where did they go? I have like a particular order in here. Lovely. Table tennis. Always good to have a set of that at home when you live in a city, or just having a table tennis, plate thingy, so you can play. I had my best talks on like table tennis matches, where you just play a little bit casual, maybe in a birthday party with your uncle, and he finally tells you that he likes you a lot. And I'm like, nice. Good investment. And then Sunday. I haven't even talked about Sunday, right? Yesterday. I have a D&D group. I have several, but this one I had for the longest, and this is an in-person group, where at the beginning you play every weekend, then you play every 2 weeks, then every month, then half a year you feel like, and then you have to readjust, like what's happening? Why are we not playing? Why are we not feeling well? Is somebody annoyed? Is it just live? What's happening? And yesterday, I was very happy to play, and I was like looking forward to it. And then I got the message, nee, one person can't make it, and this person is very important because we're currently in a personal backstory setting for that person. And if you don't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, by the way, that's a game where you prepare a character sheet and you roll dice in person, and you have a dungeon master, somebody who prepares a story, and he leads you through it. It's the best kind of game for me. I like it and I enjoy it a lot. Some rule sets are there. The rules are in a book like this. And then you play. But the whole group was like, then we do it next week. But we were already waiting like months on playing again. So I was like, with like a 3 to 4 hour notice, you know what? I'm gonna DM today. I haven't been a DM in like for 8 years. I was very nervous. This is my story. This is like the DM rewrites the story. You have a few names here, and then you have some points where you think, okay, what could the people do here and there? You have some NPCs like players that can enjoy some fights you have to plan for. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I was so nervous and I was so stressed. Maybe the reason why today I'm a little bit low energy, but a few things changed in my thought process since I went to therapy. Is I learned about myself that I know that I tend to have extreme emotions, right? Extremely nervous, extremely frightened, extreme catastrophe thoughts, extremely underestimating my ability to stay calm or to get through this, feeling like I would fail. So then I was like, I'm gonna say it once to the group. I'm like, hey, you just know that this is spontaneous, so cut me some slack. But when I did it, it felt like driving a bicycle. In Germany, you say that when something feels like after a few minutes, you fully get back into it, and it felt like you never left. And this just showed me to encourage myself way more, to believe in the abilities I have. Maybe that way I can reduce my nervousness before that. Because I feel like I did a very good job for not doing it for 8 years. And this is a campaign I've written myself, so it was not that hard to get back into it. But what do you have? What did I have as a dungeon master, right? Rulebook, your story. Good. What else did I take? Some dice. Makes sense. Then I like these ones. These little clips is what I found. You know, beep, beep, beep. To work perfectly. If you want to have like some self-made miniatures, you just print them on your printer, or I guess not everybody has a printer these days, but I still have one. And then I just put the little, I'm gonna show you, put like little bandits and stuff in there that you can then put on. I mean, you can't really see them well. Life's tough, but what can you do? You can still put them on a map, which you will see in a second. And so you tell the story, you be like, oh, everybody, you meet up in this misty dungeon, and now you hear noise, what do you want to do? And then the players play. Then you have a little screen, DM screen, that just shields all of the info from the players so they don't see it. Self-drawn maps. And I think that's it. Some food, some water. And these are like maps. I just took these, drew them myself, because it's the only way I thought I knew how to. Then you have, like, this is like some woods, there's a path to a little house. I think this way it makes more sense. To a little house. And then you can put the miniatures I showed you on there, and everybody knows in combat where they are. This is basically maps for combat, so people can visualize better where they stand. But also needs to go back into their respective, is that the word? Into the area, because I need the bag this week for other things. And so it needs to be cleaned up. I don't know if that is even interesting, but I just like Dungeons and Dragons, and I like being a DM? I don't know, I like enabling fun for people, and I like for them to have a good story. I'm not sure if I'm always able to deliver a good story, but at least I try my best, and I sometimes succeed. Oh no, now everything is only. Yeah, that way it works. Then get these ones in here, pop, and pam. I have this, I really don't like sometimes to get things out of my bag. I don't know, I'm just like, have to get everything out, put it back into the place, and then I need to get it out again and put it in there again. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Today is just this minimum day. What can I say? Yeah, I hope this somehow made sense. I hope you feel seen if you have a day like this. And I hope maybe you take something away of start with the small things. Take some time. Everything takes more time. That's fine. Just try to do the best out of it. What I'm going to continue now, I'm going to finally go grocery shopping. While I go there, I think I will also throw some things away that I've been, take the trash out. And then when I'm back, I will cook. But I cook my favorite meal. That's my motivation to go to the store. I buy the things I need, but also my favorite meal. Also, I'm gonna feast just to get this, get the emotions up. And then while I'm cooking, I'm going to do the dishes while listening to my favorite podcast, which is not my own, but it could be your favorite one. And then I will edit this with a way better motivation and mood and food in my belly and energy, and let's go. We see each other next time. I know this was the wrong one. As always, we see each other next time.